A ghost or spirit or apparition is the energy, soul or personality of a person who has died and has somehow gotten stuck between this plane of existence and the next. Most researchers believe that these spirits do not know they are dead. Very often they have died under traumatic, unusual or highly emotional circumstances. Ghosts can be perceived by the living in a number of ways through sight, voices, smell, touch, and sometimes they can just be sensed. The intricate rules and ceremonies governing disposal of the dead in Hinduism are more than 4,000 years old, but because there is no central authority, different schools have different customs. Yet almost all Hindus regard an open-air cremation as the most auspicious way to release the soul from the body. Hindus believe that for the soul to be reincarnated properly, it must be completely detached from the body and the material world. In Hinduism, during cremation, the eldest son, the adopted son, or the younger brother put first fire on the dead person's body. Bodies of holy men are, however, sometimes buried or sunk in rivers, and children are buried not cremated. Many people claim to hear screams of agony coming from the empty house at night and saw the apparitions of slaves working about on the balconies and in the yards. Some stories even claim that vagrants who had gone into the house seeking shelter were never heard from again. The house had been placed on the market in 1837 and was purchased by a man who only kept it for 3 months. He was plagued by strange noises, cries and groans in the night, and soon abandoned the place. He tried leasing the rooms for a short time, but the tenants only stayed for a few days at most. Finally, he gave up and the house was abandoned. Why do only some people see ghosts? Let me first start off by saying that everyone has the potential to see a spirit. Maybe that will happen once just briefly, or it could happen many times. But the thing to remember is that everyone can see them given the right factors. I believe it's all about perception. I heard it described once as being like a radio. For those that possess a really good internal radio, spirits are visible all the time. These people can even go as far as to communicate and gather information from the dead, or allow spirits to channel through them and speak to the living. For others, their radios may need some fine-tuning, but they still work. They may occasionally see a shadow out of the corner of their eye or hear unexplained noises in a quiet house. They may also physically feel the presence of spirits by getting chills, goosebumps, hair standing on the back of their necks, sudden mental or physical exhaustion, etc. But they don't witness spirits the way a medium can, sometimes plain as day and as real as any live person standing before them. Then you have those whose radios might as well not work at all. They see nothing, feel nothing, hear nothing, experience nothing of the spirit world. These are people who are mentally closed off to the idea of ghosts, either because they don't believe it's real or because they are too afraid of what they might see if they open them